for joining me again for another night of Facebook Live. Also, I want to give thanks for those who catch us on the replay from YouTube and or SoundCloud. It is indeed a blessing to be here with you tonight, as I am your host, Tricia Bray Smith, author, educator, and public speaker. Tonight we're going to look at who is adding value to your life. Who is adding value to your life? And I think that this is a question that is so important, but is often overlooked. So tonight we want to just take a look at that. Who's adding value to your life, and how are they adding value to your life? So as you guys are logging on with me tonight, please remember to like and share this video. Like and share this video. That ensures that the video continues to circulate, and that those that are on your timeline can share in the information as well. So that is much appreciated. Also, guys, for you guys that are out there, as you log on to be with me, you can send me a shout out, a hello, a good evening. Just let me know that you're there and engage with me tonight as well. So briefly, let's just let me just take an opportunity to remind you guys of some of the classes and courses that I have available for you. If you take a look at my website, which is just a click away, I've always put it there in the comment section for you. That's triciabraysmith.weebly.com. If you would look on the books and resources, you will see, you will find there my 3 books, and also you will see our online store there. Also, you can find our YouTube channel and our SoundCloud channel, and all those are just a click away. I made it convenient and easy to manipulate for you. If you haven't visited my website in a while, it's a good chance to go and look and see some of the improvements that I have made to the website as well. Also, there you'll find a tab that talks about courses and events. It tells you any upcoming events that I have, and also some free and low-cost courses or classes, if you will, that I have available for you there. And so all these things, I said that to say that my purpose is to create value for your life, things that add value to your life. So like I said, this is an area that we often neglect. We neglect to take inventory of our circle, and we keep people close to us, and we continue to give out time, valuable time, to people that are not adding or sharing in value for our life. And so that's what we want to look at tonight. And I come across this topic because streaming through social media today, and then just taking a look around, the people around me, and just interacting with people and talking with people one-on-one today, it came clear that 85% of the people that we encounter from time to time are not adding value to our lives. 85%. So 85% of our day is probably not producing. It's probably non-productive. The people around us are may or may not be adding value to our life. And what do I mean by value? Value is something that is of an asset to you, something that will help improve you, something that enhance your quality of life. And streaming through Facebook and through some of the social media platforms that I'm engaged on from time to time throughout the day, I don't think we realize what value really is and how important it is to uh, include value for the people that we're associated with. Now, one thing that I find that is not value and is not of any value is the people that continue to post self-images of themselves throughout their timelines. I don't see the value in that. No encouraging words, no words to uh, empower, just pictures or images of themselves. And when you really go back and you take a look at what their page really looks like, their page is absorbed with images and pictures of themselves. These are the people that are not really adding value to uh, our lives. Entertaining, maybe. Maybe they make us smile from time to time, but really no value whatsoever. And anytime you hear them comment, it's usually negative, or it's when their emotions or have been agitated. And so it goes from an extreme of really happy because of something good that happened, or really angry or frustrated at something that happened to them or as a result of something that went on. So these type of people don't add value to us. No value whatsoever. So we have to be careful um, of allowing our attention to be drawn to content like that throughout our day, and to get us distracted off of something that we could be doing that is otherwise, could be otherwise using that time to be productive. Another thing that I seen that today, or I noticed today, that didn't add value to my life was I sat down and watched a movie on Lifetime. I took a break from work, and as I was cooking and had my food in the oven, I sat down and went to flip through the channels, and there was a movie on Lifetime. And so I got to where I was drawn to that movie because of the storyline. Now, that movie to me had no such value to it, but what it did was draw me in through my emotions. So emotionally, what it did was capture my attention because of the storyline. But again, there we go. Emotional things do not necessarily create value for our life. And there is where so many of us are drawn in. We're emotional creatures, and things that get us emotionally, that touch our heart, tends to distract us and get us off focus. And so then we're drawn in through some kind of emotional connection that creates no value for our life. So you think about how long a movie is. With the commercials and all, we're generally spending 2 hours in front of a screen or a media source that is drawing us in emotionally, giving us a little break through advertisements that feed our lust and desires to have consumable things and want us to click and buy, or to check out this sale at whatever store and draw us in, or try some kind of medicine to fix some kind of ailment that we have. And then we're emotionally drawn back in, waiting to see what's going to happen next in the movie. And again, no value whatsoever. We wasted 2 hours being controlled or drawn in through our emotions. So there's no value in that. So I posed a question for you, to you guys that are listening to me tonight, and if you would participate, but I can't mandate or anything like that. But I want you to take a look at your circle. Take a good inventory of the people that you've given time to today. Maybe it was you strolling through social media and you came across a post that really made you think or caused you to act on something. I would like for you to put 2 things today or 2 people today that added value to your life. And I don't mean just somebody posting a picture that you haven't seen them in a while or something like that. I mean consistently. 2 things or 2 people or one or the other that creates value for your life. And you know, that's important, because if that is a question that we cannot answer for ourselves, we certainly cannot expect someone else to come in and to fulfill those areas that we have no earthly idea where our time and thoughts are going. So 2 things or 2 platforms that have created value for your life today. And I'm going to be the first to put that in the comment section. And so if you guys would, if you don't mind participating or just mind sharing as you think about that, there has been 2 platforms today that has really created some value one way or another in my life today, and I put it there in the comments. Now, one of them is I See the Press of Alicia Pitts. Now, she does a weekly worship, and sometimes she do some pop-up teachings and things like that. And what really blesses me and what really blessed me today through her platform is that she was on the live, and she was doing worship service like she does weekly. Like I've been catching her every week, where she comes on and she's just using her gift to sing and to be able to draw us into worship. But she made the comment today that, you know, she'd apologized that maybe she was not singing as best as she could, or that she may have been having a little difficulties because she went to the dentist today. And as a result of that, she thought that maybe her voice or something was a little off. How that created value, or how it impacted me, is that it reminded me that so many of us, when something like that comes up, or any little thing that we can use as an excuse not to show up, we use that to not show up or to not produce. And I continue to remind you guys that people are looking for us. People are looking for you. People are waiting on you right now, believe it or not. Whether it's something that you do to, I think I was sharing with Diane at one time how her good morning post really means a lot to me. Because sometimes when I get up and when I open my media page, some of her good morning posts or some of the first posts I see, and they're very motivational motivational, and they keep me encouraged. So what happens on a morning when I get up and maybe I hadn't rest well that night, and maybe Diane hasn't posted, and I'm looking for her, and maybe 2 or 3 days go by and she hasn't posted and I'm looking for her. You know, it's the little things that we do that put value in the lives of so many people around you guys that I don't know that you even realize. It's not the big things that we're looking at. It's the little bitty things. The little bitty gestures that seem like they're minute. People are looking for us. Okay, yeah, it's good. Post a picture every now and then. But how about giving some inspirational words to go along with that picture every now and then? Instead of just a picture of you with your hips out. As if you're trying to throw salt somebody else's way, because that's the way I look at it sometimes. You know, I don't think that we're so loving of ourselves that we consume or flood our social media pages with pictures of our hips. Surely we add more value to people's lives than that, right? Another post that I seen that caused me to think came from Katrina Bills, and she was talking about the importance of life insurance and how she was available to assist people with looking over the possibility for getting some type of coverage. And she also shared that in that post, people that she was not able to assist, but maybe there were some other options. And what that did for me was just to remind me that when one door closes, it's not the end. There's other options. There's other opportunities that we should always continue to seek out. And these are things that we need to be reminded of, guys. We need to be reminded that there's more than one way to get something done. So maybe you're having a challenging time. Maybe you come against some difficult times, but one person doesn't stop it. One opportunity can't stop you. And there's more than one way to get something done. It may not be the way that you sought out to do, but there's other options. And our Creator just created it that way. Sometimes we have to use our creative mind to really begin to think outside the box. And so for these two people to share and to add value to my life like they did today, just causing mere words or just drawing attention to something that meant so much more. It's just reminders that when we hit obstacles, just because we can use something as an excuse not to show up, doesn't mean that we still don't continue to show up and do what we're purposed to do. So I ask you again, guys, who is adding value to your life? Or what is adding value to your life? You shouldn't waste a 24-hour period of time without getting some value out of it. Every day is a day to produce. And we're so focused and our mindsets are so turned toward consuming that oftentimes we forget to also produce. Do you know that you become an asset when you add value to people's lives? You are now an asset. You're no longer a liability. People are then drawn to you when you are an asset to them because they find value in the things that you do. And guys, I think that this is what makes me uh, so much different, even in business. Everything I do, I want to increase your quality of life, your value in life. I want to give you something that can help pull you a little bit farther in your life. That's important to me. Now, there are some things that uh, if it requires a little more time or a little more effort into it, then sometimes I have to put monetary value on that. But most of the time, just like you sitting here with me night after night, uh, this is doesn't have a fee attached to it. And a lot of what um, I do, it does not have a fee attached to it. But at the same time, it has to be so important to me that I don't just make an excuse when something comes up not to show up. So that's when the storms rage. That's when my world seems like it's falling apart. That means when I'm hanging on just by the broken pieces that are left from the day, I still have to show up. Because it's important to me that if you think enough of me to be here and to sit here, then I need to think enough of this platform also to show up and to give you something of value. So I challenge you guys to really take a look, not only who is adding value to your life, but what kind of value at the end of that 24 hours are you giving to us? What kind of value are you giving to other people? Because I can almost guarantee you that we are looking for you. I give out so much throughout the day, so much throughout the week. I'm giving. And I need somebody to impart back into me. So to see you in social media and streaming through social media with a post that is uplifting or something that is empowering or something that is educational or something that just causes me to think and reflect, that fuels me. That puts everything that I've given out back into me. And this is how we operate. This is how we function. This is how we're designed to be helpers and supporters of one another. So guys, in the next 24 hours, I encourage you to not only think about who's adding value to your life, but also think about ways that you can impart value into the lives of those around you as well. That way, when people stream through your social media pages and they're looking and maybe they're having a tough day or maybe they're stuck in a certain area of their lives that you've already conquered and overcome, then you give them something that they can hang on to. You give them that hope that things will get better. And that is what's so important. So I just want to commend these ladies today for using their gifts and using their expertise, using their specialty, what they do, their livelihood, and share it with us in a way that causes us to reflect and have value in our own lives. Because it is important. We got enough people out there that make excuses for not showing up. We have enough people out there that likes to entertain television all day and to tell us how juicy it was, even when it's not adding any value to us. Okay, so we need people that are going to be assets especially during a time like we're in right now. We need people who are assets, not liabilities. Okay? So think about how you can produce value for those around you guys. I appreciate you guys joining me tonight. I am your host, Tricia Bray Smith, author, educator, and public speaker. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll see you again here tomorrow night, 10 p.m. for another Facebook Live.